What's up, guys? Blue Jay here, and today we're gonna see which game is better, Pokemon or Pokemon. But the thing is, I don't have a way to see that because I don't have a 2DS where I can actually look on stuff like that. So it's gonna be really hard. So yeah, but I did find this seance online that actually lets you play 3DS games without even having a 3DS. And I believe that, so yeah, we can do that. So all you do here is just wave your arms around and then just say the spell. So yeah, we just do that. Oh my god. We're back to life. Whoa. We're back. Actually back. I like to think the kind sir who did this. So, I did. Uh, well, I'm gonna make a video on seeing which which game is better. Okay, watch or you. So, I'll make it right into that. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, trying to get these guys points with, is the characters. You know, the beings that you have to collect. Pokemon, of course, you have to collect Pokemon, which is kind of like technically animals, but they do some other creative things to them. With Yokai Watch, they take a different turn, where they base their characters off of Japanese yokai, which is based off Japanese folklore. So, their little, they're making their stuff is kind of limited, where sometimes they just flat out use recolors, These flat out use recolors. Like, say, you have Jibanyo, and there's like 14 different types of that. But they also did that with their main mascot, which was Pikachu. So, yeah, you can't really go like, okay, that makes Pokemon better. So, yeah. Also, this actually has had a lot more yokai than I think X and Y did, which literally came out the same year as it did in Japan. And I think X and Y had like about 600. This one had about 200, but in Yoko 3, clutched it with 700 and never removed anything. But Pokemon did, definitely with the last game, Solar Shield, which is the worst one. Silent Violet also is not really creative, as I heard. Like, there is past Pokemon and stuff that are creative. People said that, and then I see these future ones, and they're just robotic, and then like all their names start with just iron, So the creativity is kind of lost there. Then because because Yokai Watch has limited stuff to work with, so. And it's like, and then like they actually make something good. Like B3 NK1, I wouldn't have made that when I thought of that. I guess like it was based on BenK, but like, I wouldn't think of making a robot version of it and actually making it a good robot thing, unlike Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, this point goes to Pokemon. 1 point. Okay, it's kind of weird that this is 70. This should not be my. Okay, I meant to say Yokai Watch in the last scene. That one, not Pokemon. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about the anime here. The Pokemon anime, I actually meant it was pretty fun. It was like pretty good, and like the few seasons, definitely in X and Y. X and Y was great, and then Sun and Moon came, and then like it was going like really good right now. Like I would have gave Pokemon the points, I'm being honest, but then Sun and Moon just. So yeah. And like I noticed, is that like because like I don't have Scarlet and Violet, right? I never played Scarlet and Violet. I seen the character designs, but I never played Scarlet and Violet. I played Sun and Moon. I played X and Y, which is X Y trash. But yeah, you know, like this is something where like I actually experienced. It's not something like, well, people said this, and I look at character designs and I think they're bad. Like that, and like that, and then the game plays stuff later. So this is like different. I just, you know, and like it's kind of like a good thing that this like actually was really good. The anime, the Pokemon anime, really good. And like to start, not start, like kind of like into like just diving out today, which is trash. But yeah, by the way, the Pokemon one on the other hand was freaking fire. You know, you could say that season one, like you only gonna watch like all the episodes once, and if you're ever gonna watch it ever again, it was like in 2020 or like 2019, and like you knew that Yoko season 3 came out, but like you had no way of watching it because you didn't have cable, so you just watched season 1 and stuff, and like searched up different things. So that's probably what you did. You know, that's the only time you ever really watched season 1. So season 1 isn't really that rewatchable. Season 2, on the other hand, they have like 50 freaking episodes. I think I cried during one. It's like the Sandman one. I don't know why I cried during that. No, looking back, it isn't that sad. Um, and then we had season 3. I have to admit, the voices are terrible. The voices, like, not voices. It's really just Nate's voice. It's the same voice as in Yokai Watch 3, but like worse, where like you could tolerate that, right? I don't know why they tried doing here, like make him sound older, but he just sounded basic, which like I guess was his character, but like we don't want him being basic anymore. Level 5. Um, but anyway, season 3 added Halian and Usapion into the mix, which I love. I love those characters in season 3. They were awesome, and like stuff like that, where the Pokemon was kind of just repetitive. Um, the anime was just repetitive. They just added new people, and then you just restart on a clean slate, or just Pikachu there still, and that's all they did for every season, like every show, which I was fine with. But then they did that with freaking Sun and Moon, and they did it in like a worse way, and then they did it in Journeys. It's not as bad as a way. I think Journeys is better than Sun and Moon, but like Journeys wasn't good still. It still wasn't good. So I would have to give this point to Pokemon again. You said Pokemon? Oh, you meant Yokai Watch again. Stop. 0. 2 points. Okay, so. Okay, sorry. Um, so, the gameplay, we're gonna have my gameplay here, which isn't a biased statement because actually the first time I played Yokai Watch was in 2019. I was in the fan base at 2015 when like it was localized and stuff, at least fully in the fan base. Because I think I knew about it in like 2013. I feel like I seen like a glimpse of it and I was like, oh my god, like when I was like like 4. I don't know. I feel like I have like a little memory of that, but like I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. So the gameplay here and Yokai Watch, the first 2 games did this little spin, little wheel thing, and then you have to pick stuff like that, heal people with the food, like that, and then use your Ultimate and doing this little mini game thing on the bottom screen in the 3DS. And the first 2 games had that, but then the second one had this like thing where like you could help people like get purified. I forgot what it was. I never played 2 that much. I mean, Yokai 2 that much, but like the second one had like the Model Z, and then you could do something with it. I think it was like get more, I guess like how you chance to gain friendship sometimes. I think so. And then the third one had this grid where like you see the yokai medals on the bottom screen and you move them, which I actually like that. I actually like the grid format better, and he took a risk and he did that. Pokemon, I know it originated on a Game Boy and stuff, and like, but like it never really took risk. Like the biggest thing they did was the Mega Evolutions, and nothing else. And you could say that themes are a risk, but like there's still gonna be Pokemon there. Pokemon you can take. Like Pokemon from other generations, from other games that you can still try to get and play for the story with that. Pokemon literally didn't take a single risk, but Yokai Watch did, and it literally paid off. Well, not paid off in sales, but like it paid off. It was good. So yeah, Yokai Watch. I said Yokai Watch. I didn't say Pokemon this time. Pokemon. Yokai Watch. Gets a point again. Isn't biased. Oh, he didn't say Yokai Watch. Oh, we did. He did. Nice. 3 points. 0. Okay. Can you give me a point? God, I put myself in the before. To be honest, like Pokemon gameplay wise, there's nothing interesting. It's just another RPG that just it feels lazy sometimes. But now I have to give it a point because of sales. Because X and Y, the worst modern game in the series, is just bad. It's terrible. Where like I can see some of your Pokemon games where like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, that's good too. Yeah, like they did something. Like like even if they didn't take a risk or change anything with the game to try to make it better, you know, it still wasn't bad. But X and Y was, and that's the second best-selling 3DS game somehow. Still, I don't know how. Um, I all of the Pokemon games sold millions. Yokai Watch, Yokai Watch 1 sold 400,000 in America. We're doing American sales. If it was Japanese sales are like all of them mixed together, all together. Um, I think Pokemon still win, but like Yokai Watch wouldn't look terrible. But yeah, Yokai Watch 1 sold 400,000 copies, which isn't bad for definitely an RPG, because most RPG series don't do that well, you know? Like, a lot of RPG series don't do that well. And, like, if they do well, it's like a million. Even like the dark one with the diehard fans, and like people talk about all the games and stuff, and like they have like millions of views on YouTube and stuff. Those games still like only sell about like 100,000. So 400,000 for an RPG is good. You can watch too. I think it probably sold like 100,000, maybe lower. It's like 100,000 or less, but like it still wasn't bad. Blasters, on the other hand, sold 50,000, which I don't think is the game's fault, or like, well, it was kind of bad advertising. I didn't even know the game came out until like a year after. They didn't do any good marketing for that whatsoever. But that and the 3DS too, like like um like they never marketed the game at all. So that just puts the sales down already. Like I don't know. I feel like the people in Pokemon, Yokai Watch to do these like marketing things, they do it so poorly. They just fought like a Nintendo Direct, which is filled with other games, right? Other games in there that like people wanted to see. They're not gonna care about some Yokai Watch thing if they don't like it, and then they don't even market it. Just try to get other fans that probably don't even watch Nintendo Directs. So then you go like, oh, that looks like a pretty good game. I'll buy it. No, it's 50,000 copies. They could have sold at least way more, like whatever like probably like 100,000, which is like no like the normal sale for like 3DS games that came out in 2018, 2017, I think. So yeah, Your Horse 3, which is the best one in the series, and it's the worst selling, 40,000. What are you doing? Dude, and it's kind of sad because I think they did advertise it. I think they advertised like one day and never again. I think I saw one ad. So I think they tried with Yo Horse 3, but it still didn't sell out. Also, the views weren't that good, and I think if I search up, I search up, don't look at such stuff. If I search up Yokoma's channel, probably show me the channel. Maybe I have to go in here and go. I'm not flying. Oh, frick, no. So yeah, you look over here, stuff like that. The last thing they posted was like 3 freaking years ago. Dude, I thought it was like 1 year ago. My god. Did live streams win? Yeah, and it was just like OST stuff. Dude, that's sad. Actually, you just didn't get that bad of views. To be honest, like, definitely, like, for 2019 for Yokai Watch, that's not bad. They could have stuck with this. The hit Disney XD? The hit one? The hit. When I hear you saying hit Disney XD comedy, I think it's supposed to be popular. I'm gonna subscribe to you. It's not like they had like 50K. They got 50K more subscribers. They had 121 if I remember. But yeah, the hit means pop to me means that it probably did well. Well, like it did well for Disney XD. But like if you're looking at any other anime, it didn't. But yeah, the sales goes to Pokemon. Sadly, I didn't want to give them any points because they do nothing right. I have a point, and I sold better than you. Gus has more points though, so. In conclusion, Yokai Watch is the best one. I should actually. I know you can't hear them. It's like so weird, right? They were actually Pokemon. I don't know the name. I'm calling Poke or something. Yeah, he's bad. Yeah. I'll go. Please, please don't kill me, okay? Yeah, Pokemon, but please, I'll call you Pokey, please. Ask for mercy now. Hey, Jaden. Guess what I have? Wait. It's just a cartridge. What is that gonna do? This cartridge can. I should put a little writing on that so you can see. So you see, this little thing. That is the thing that holds the cartridge. So I'm. And as you can see, Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is the game I summoned him off. You can stab me if you wanted to, but okay. Put it in there. He's gone. That easy.